Hey, everybody. My name is Annie Thomas, and I am so excited to be joining you today for our very first My Moment Resilience Recovery video series. Over the next several weeks, we're going to be going through just a process of taking a second, taking a minute for ourselves. And we're going to do that by exploring what we need and how we can get it in ways that are actually accessible. So we're going to explore building ourselves back up a little bit through three main factors: increasing our presence through self-awareness, increasing our strength through coping skills, stuff that we just desperately need in our souls, and then increasing our connectedness to ourselves and those around us through really validating our limits and extents or our boundaries. And we're going to do this through a series of videos. So let's get started with today. I'm so excited to share the first one. And our first session is, what do I need? And I think that's such a good place to start anytime you want to start on a new project. At least it is for me. When we ask the question, what do I need the most right now? What is your answer closest to? Is it one, I have no idea? That's usually where I am. Two, I know, but I don't know how to get it, or I feel like I shouldn't want or need that. Or three, I know what I need, I know how I want to get it, and it's perfectly valid for me to get it, but there's just not space to make that happen. So just think about that for a minute. Sometimes I like to think about it the way I think about it if my family asks what I want for dinner. And that's such a terrible question, especially when I'm stressed. If it's almost any night, I will say, I don't know, but would you please just tell me things until I stop saying no and find the thing I do want, which drives them crazy, but that's the truth. Sometimes I'm in the mood for like a good burger or something, but I can't come up with like where it might be a good burger place or like anything about where the burgers are. I just kind of have a vague burger desire. There are other times I'm like, I want to go to my favorite spot. It's right over there on the corner. They have best burgers. I know exactly what I get, but I don't want to leave the house, and neither does anyone else in my family. I just can't do it. And so, yeah, what does your answer lie? And where does it lie for work? And how is that answer maybe different for your life with your friends and family, and then your life with yourself? What do you need the most right now at work? What do you need the most right now with your friends and family? And what do you need the most for just you? If your answer is along the lines of I have no idea, then you are ready to start increasing resilience through just a focus on presence and self-awareness, just getting back in touch with yourself. Now, along this journey, there's going to come up some roadblocks, and they're probably going to look a lot like exhaustion, being afraid of what you might find, being overwhelmed, everyone around you having emotions that are so loud, it makes it hard to hear yours, and just like a million other things. But we are going to explore how to take this journey together and how to overcome some of those roadblocks. So stay tuned. If your answer is along the lines of, I know what I want, but I don't know how to get it or feel like I shouldn't need that, starting with increasing strength through coping skills is a great place to start. Now, possible roadblocks here: minimizing our needs, feeling shame for what we want or need, not knowing how to work around unchangeable realities, not knowing how to make our new coping strategies work with and not against our other priorities, and just finding the time. These can be huge roadblocks that really complicate finding those things that feed our souls, but we're going to explore that together. Finally, if your answer is along the lines of, I know what I need, I know how I want to get it, and it's perfectly valid for me to need it, but there's just no space for it to happen, then increasing your connection to your others and by identifying your limits and extents is a fabulous starting place. Again, possible roadblocks are going to come up. Fear of what will happen if we say no. That's often a big one for me. Shame over not being able to do everything, expecting things of yourself that keep making you feel like you aren't enough. Everyone around you has real valid needs that might not be met if you don't meet them. Fear that the way you and others perceive you might change if you stop always saying yes, and a host of other things. So we're going to tackle that as well. Now, wherever you're going for the next 5 weeks, each of these tracks, self-awareness, coping, and boundaries, is going to have a video come out. So there'll be 3 videos coming out a week starting next week for the next 5 weeks. Now, with the video series, it's totally a choose your own adventure. You can go through each track as just watching one video a week for the next 5 weeks, and then going back and watching another track, and then going back and watching another track, and make it spread out to 15 weeks that way. Or you can watch all 3 videos in a week, or you can watch 2 of the tracks in a week, whatever works best for you. Then after the 5 weeks, we'll start doing 1 video a week that's going to help tie everything together, looking at ways that we can work on multiple tracks at once, working on communication, lots of other cool stuff. So you can also work on a different track for each area of your life. So let's say that you really have no idea what you want and need for your work or your friends and family life, but you really have some things in mind that you really need for yourself, but you don't know how to get them, or you just don't feel like comfortable trying to go after them when everyone else has such big needs as well. You can work on a different track for all of those different areas, and we've got you covered. So find your answer, choose the track you want to start with, and start taking your moment every week, because you matter, you are worth it, and you deserve it. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next week. Have a great day. Bye.